Good evening, my fellow exorcists, and welcome to the Lair of the Film Exorcist. Tonight we will be taking a look at Netflix Feeling Good. Stand-up comedian Mae Martin navigates a passionate, messy new relationship with her girlfriend, George, while dealing with the challenges of sobriety. Now let's move on to my opinion. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I've been going through a lot during these few weeks of school. My cat died, I yelled at one of my managers at work because I was forced to miss school for a day because of a medical student who gave me an incomplete COVID test which was gonna be negative anyway. Finally, the biggest problem, my recent relationship that turned me into a big mess because of how much effort I put into it and because she pretty much used me. So yeah, this week has been really shitty, and the reason why I'm telling you this is because Feeling Good is pretty much the story of one very shitty, but also very sweet relationship. Feeling Good is one of the most interesting LGBTQ comedic dramas I've seen since The Owl House, because during every episode, our main couple is forced to go through hell just to decide if they want to stay together or not. From trying to survive the many problems of drug addiction, to the horrible feeling of your partner not understanding new things and constantly being so selfish that they can only help themselves. This show knows how to be real, especially when it comes to relationships and what it's like dating someone with similar problems to you or just problems in general that have affected their lives. I mean, that's pretty much what's happened with every girlfriend I've been with. Pretty much every girlfriend I've been with was pretty much Mae Martin, and I'm George, in a way. I mean, if you were to talk to Mae in real life, you would probably enjoy yourself very much, but you'd probably see this broken, vulnerable human being who suffers for events that she doesn't even remember half the time due to her PTSD. Now, Mae is literally one of the most fleshed out characters that I've seen in a while, because she's human, and this show actually shows that she goes through a lot of situations that we all go through at one point. She's literally just as broken as the rest of us. She's definitely not like all the other characters we see these days, who go by this whole character model that everyone thinks all characters need to follow. No. She's definitely a flawed character, but that's the one thing that makes her relatable and real. George, on the other hand, her girlfriend, is a lot more calm and willing to lie if it benefits her, and as you'll see if you watch the damn show already, is that her lies are what actually causes the couple to break up for the first time, because like most bisexuals, she was worried about what her friends and family would think because everyone expects her to be this heterosexual, well-balanced teacher who wants what everyone else wants. But no, George is a very passionate person who constantly worries about Mae while she's also trying to work on herself. And she wants to care about the environment and her students. But, like people like me, she spends most of her time trying to help Mae instead of herself. Which, I mean, isn't that bad? Because when she was on her own, she dated this really interesting guy with 4 other girlfriends who, near the end of their relationship, got really creeped out because of George's sexual fantasies, because all he wanted to do was watch a nature documentary, and he gave her a book about controlling her emotions, and it's just like, dude, that is a huge turn off. Get out of the house. I mean, as you can see, the guy learned pretty quick that George is very much into sex. I mean, most of the show is about this couple trying to figure out their problems, but they're also really into doing each other, and that's another reason why this show is just so real. I mean, as I was watching, all I could think about was this was literally a mix of Shameless and this really good show from CW called Into the Dark, which is about a blind girl who is really addicted to alcohol. But yeah, because this show deals with real life problems while also taking a small breaks to give us some really brilliant British comedy. To be honest, I don't think I can praise this show enough for how funny but also therapeutic it can be during both seasons. There was literally no time that I didn't like what I was watching, which is a big thing for Netflix because I've never really been that big of a fan when it comes to their original shows and movies. Speaking of which, recently Silva has suggested that we should start a new channel just for reviewing Netflix shows and movies, and I figured we'd let you guys know and see what you want us to do in the comment section below. But anyway, I'd like to give this show a film score of 10.5 out of 10 for being a really good view on the hardships of dealing with addiction and romance at the same time, and showing that LGBTQ relationships are just as hard as cis relationships. Plus, this was a really great show to watch right after a breakup because it's like ice cream. It'll take the pain away and leave you with a good feeling. But anyway, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and click the little notification bell for more of our content. And have a fabulous night, ladies and gentlemen.